Ooh, hello. I look fancy because I have a makeup corner. But guess what? It's literally a corner. There's the corner. Yep, it's a corner. But you know what? It works. And I got my makeup light out, so I'm gonna do a little get ready with me video. This is my first one, so please be kind and let me know if there's anything specific you wanna see. All right, so I've already prepped my skin. I washed it with Dream Clean, and then I put my Eye Aspire on for my wrinkles, or lack thereof, because I use Eye Aspire every day. And now I moisturize too, of course. So next step, clean skin, prepped with moisturizer. I'm gonna use the First Base Makeup Primer. People do this in videos and I'm like, oh, focus, but I'm just using my phone, so I don't even know how this whole video thing works. All right. So primers, let's talk about it. Primers are going to help create an even surface to put your makeup on. So it's going to help kind of get into some lines, wrinkles, even out a little texture so that when you put your foundation on, your powder, it's a nice, clean, smooth canvas for your products to stick to. So I did that. And personally, I have our amazing little black box. You guys, I kind of love Lime Life because they put L's on everything. See up there? Candle over there. Blender full box over there. So it's kind of like cool because I almost feel like I have everything monogrammed for me. And the other thing is, when I was picking my replicated website name, there was less than like 500 beauty guides. Now there's over 30,000. So I just plugged in Lisa and nobody had taken it. So if you want to check out my products, go to limelifebyalcone.com/Lisa. Pretty easy. All right, so today I'm just going to do a really simple everyday makeup look. I don't really have any plans today, so I'm just kind of doing this to make myself feel better. If I was to do like a nighttime look or something, I prefer to put my eyeshadow on first in case there's any fallout. Just clean it up, and it keeps my eyes bright underneath and really clean by doing it that way. That's typically how I do my professional clients, my brides, editorial photography. I'll do the eyes first because I can build and blend and then clean the under eye and apply the rest of their face makeup. You do you. Whatever works for you, go ahead and do that. But I learned this from a professional makeup artist, and now that's how I do things. Today, I'm just going to put some foundation on, kind of one of those, like, I'm not wearing makeup looks, but I'm actually wearing makeup, you know, because everybody still is wearing makeup. Or it's a filter. Filters are great. So I have my damp beauty blender, Blenderful. Our beauty blenders, Blenderfuls, have a flat side and then a tip side. So it's great because you can use the flat side for larger surface areas and then the more precise tip to get into the smaller creases. I just watched a video that our CEOs put on about our holiday collections, and one of the collections, which I've got to get, is 5 tiny Blenderfuls. I need new Blenderfuls anyways, so the tiny ones are going to be awesome. You can even use them with shadows, tiny little concealers, and then contouring. Be so easy with tiny Blenderfuls. So I am using our Botanical Foundation in Olive 2. I'm kind of like coming out of the summer months, so I don't need super dark, but I'm not like full winter pale. So usually when I'm full winter pale, I'll go ahead and do the olive one. I have pink undertones, so olive tones are what I go for. If you have more yellow undertones, you're going to want to go for the Shintos. We do have really light colors, porcelain, basically any shade. And now we've paired with a makeup artist, Danessa Myrick, and she is African American and has gorgeous skin. And she has helped us to develop more shades for different skin colors. I mean, being a Caucasian Midwestern woman, like, I can go into Walgreens and I can find a shade that works for me. But if you have beautifully mixed skin tones with different colors or darker skin tones, it can be a problem to find a matching color. Our botanical foundations have a color that'll work for you. So I just dipped my blenderful into my pan, just a little bit, and I'm going to use the pressing and rolling method. And honestly, like when I'm doing an everyday makeup look, I don't put foundation everywhere. I concentrate it where I need it, which this Irish gal is always gonna be a little pinky. So cheeks. And then I blend out. I'm gonna start and do like half my face so you can all see the amazing coverage of this foundation. So, a little backstory. Kevin Aquan. He is a super professional global makeup artist, and he has been using this botanical foundation for 30 years in his professional work. He does high editorial work, but this foundation is super buildable. It looks like real skin. It's a wax-based foundation with 50% pigment. What does that mean? Well, waxes are going to sit more on the top of your skin, where other foundations may absorb into the skin and go straight into your bloodstream, chemicals, things like that. The botanical foundation is going to sit on your skin. It's going to look like real skin. I mean, I barely used any coverage. You saw. I've come dab. And 50% pigment means a little goes a long ways. Most of your drugstore foundations are going to have about 18 to 22% pigmentation, so you have to use a lot more to cover. Where with ours, less is more. Okay, I usually don't even spend this much time on my foundation, but see, I barely used any. And I really just focused it on my pinker areas, and then I blended it out. Okay, just gonna get a little more. If you're new to like beauty blenders and sponges, it's the press and roll technique. You are pressing the product into your skin so it stays the longest and it looks the most natural. Honestly, I went to YouTube and I just practiced doing this press and roll method. I'm a huge fan of Wayne Goss. He's a British makeup artist. He's awesome, and he just really like breaks things down for you pretty easily. And that's kind of how I learned to do the blenderful. People do it differently. I mean, you can kind of swipe, but pressing and rolling is gonna give you the longest lasting effect and the most natural. I already dampened my beauty blender. What it does when you dampen it is it's going to expand and it's going to have the product sit on the blenderful so you can tap it into your skin instead of absorb into the sponge. So really you're getting the most out of your products. That's pretty good coverage. Okay, I've got this tiny little blemish over here. So I'm just going to put like the top of my blenderful into my foundation. Just gonna tap that on there. Tap, tap, tap. Do you guys ever, like, when you're applying your makeup, you actually make sound effects? I kind of make sound effects for everything. So, you might hear me do tap, tap, tap. And I really build around here because when I was pregnant, I had a lot of sun damage and pigmentation issues. I'm over a year out from being pregnant. I got a kid. She's toddling around. And it has improved a lot. But I do like to blend it still. My chin is always really pink. Okay. Boom. Done. Okay. Next, to set my foundation, because it's wax, it really works with the heat of your skin to kind of melt in. But if you don't want it to slip around, translucent powder. So here's one of my, this is like my go-to everyday makeup stuff. These are the colors I use for eyeshadow all the time. And our highlighter, bronzer, and translucent powder. Got all on my magnetic little black box. This is like a little tray, and then the actual box, I put my creams on the bottom and separate them from my powders. But this is what it looks like, all magnetic. So my everyday makeup just goes in this box. Boom. I just pull it out. So with professional makeup too, you really want to tap into the skin instead of wipe. Sometimes when you're wiping, you're just wiping product off. But if you're tapping, you're pushing the product in, and that's going to help it stay longer. All right, now I'm going to go in with my bronzer brush and just do some tiny contouring. A true contour, you're going to use deeper shades of cream or liquid products. So this is like an everyday contour using a powder. What's great about our bronzer is it's a true shadow, or it doesn't have a shimmer. So contouring is all about creating shadows. So you really don't want to have a shimmer when it comes to your bronzer. I talked about in another video I did the long handles of our brushes and how changing your grip changes the effect of your makeup. So you'll see me when I'm doing my bronzer, I'm kind of like really tight to the bristles. This gives me a little heavier application. If you want something that's really, really a tight line, you could even go in down to the brush line and condense the bristles to get a harsher line. I'm just creating cheekbones. And then I always go to my hairline and just whatever excess is left, I'll put it on there. Well, hello, shape. All right, at this time, usually if I do my eyes first and then my foundation, I always end up doing translucent powder, bronzer, highlight. That's just my method. I absolutely love our highlighter. I don't know if like it's gonna show up on camera enough to do it justice, but it's so natural. I like to do my Cupid's bow. And soft. I love it. All right, so there's that. Let's say you have too much bronzer or something. You can go back to that fluffy translucent brush and just buff it out. When you're using professional grade products, it's highly pigmented. So you may put a little too much on at first. Use your brushes as an eraser and blend. Pretty easy. The other thing I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take that same bronzer here, dab, 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 put a little on my brush, tap some off. It's highly pigmented. You don't want excess falling underneath. And with my eyes open, I'm gonna place this where my crease would be and just kind of wiggle, 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 wiggle. There's those sound effects coming out again. Wiggle, wiggle. So you're starting on the outside corner, really tapping the product into that corner with your eyes open so you can see where your crease is going to be and how everyone else is going to see your shadow, and just kind of stay in that area for a second, then circular and blend in. This is going to bring the focus to the outside of your eyes. Do a little more on there. And sometimes we'll bring it right underneath, really lightly, just for some definition. Yeah, it's just super, super light. But see how this eye already looks more open? Just by concentrating the bronzer on the outside there and bring it into the crease. That's all I'm gonna do. Okay, let me finish her off and do the other side. Is my hair distracting? It's a little large. Like, it's like hitting that box up there. This is amazing. Like, my kid is sleeping. I've been wanting to do this beauty corner for so long. I've had these shelves up for like 2 years, but I was too scared to do any videos. And now life kind of took over and my storage room is pretty full, so I'm literally condensed to a corner. That's okay. It still works. Okay. Lastly, well, not lastly, but for my eyes, I'm gonna throw a little of the highlighter with my finger just in the middle here. Here's a tip. If you want any lighter shadow to come out and stay longer and look more rich and vivid, throw some concealer on as a base right in that area and to lighten it up, and then put your lighter shadows or your shimmers on, and it's gonna just really pop your eyes. I'll do a video with more like a dramatic look later and show you how wetting your brush or using the products wet is going to help the pigmentation come out more and last longer as long as it's set right. All right, so brows. Brow brush. Here you go. Whoop. Okay. I am going to use this taupey color. It's kind of just my go-to anyways. But I don't have like any other brow shades in front of me besides this taupey color. But it's gonna work. And take this brush, and first I like to do a more definitive line under the brows. I'm not like an Instagram brow girl. Like, I've really struggled with my brows. I used to have those really tiny line brows, and I just don't have like a ton of shape. But I'm getting better. And I wax my own eyebrows and my husband's, which I really love to wax guys' eyebrows. Like, you just have to be really careful not to take too much off, but I think it makes a huge difference. Okay. And when I'm brushing out the product, I'm using really small strokes because the shadow's moving slightly. So you don't want to like do big brushing strokes and have like shadow up here and down here. I'm just filling in, just grooming. So we have these new brow gels that I can't wait to try out. They just launched. I'm probably gonna be like a light brown shade, but they'll help my brows stay in place too. Because I usually don't really put anything on but like the setting spray and then brush my eyebrows out. Oh, look, hello. See this eyebrow? You know what my favorite eyebrow phrase is? Like, they're sisters, not twins. So your eyebrows aren't going to be the same between the two. And you don't have to make them the same. Just fill them in how you want. When I was like younger, I mean, a kid, I still do this sometimes, but I don't color much as an adult. But I was definitely like the left-handed kid or the focused on coloring kid that like stuck their tongue out. Yeah, my mom and my sister love that. I know. I kind of feel like my husband does it too. It's not just like a left-handed person thing, right? Some people just do it when they're concentrating. Okay. I also like sometimes trim just these hairs down a little, but I don't trim these hairs because I want them to fill in more and be longer. Boom. Okay. I don't say boom that much in real life, so I don't know why videos are just making me say boom. All right. Almost done. I have another little makeup kit. Ooh, this is a Limelight bag too. This was like my go-to where I throw everything in before I got the little black box. So I still use both because I really like the cloth bag. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes. Oh, my lips look a little dry. It's getting cold out. I mean, it is Iowa in October, late October. That's usually what happens. All right, I'm gonna pull out our Perfect Mascara. It has a fiber mascara, so it's gonna lengthen and make your lashes fuller. Also, mascara tip. You can bend your brush any way you want to help get the shape you want and to get into your lashes. You don't have to have just a straight one that you just bloop, bloop. Get in there, bend that gal. Go at different angles. Do what you need to do. So usually when I apply mascara first, I'm like lengthening the ends. So I'm just doing like little sweeping motions. Hey you, get out. One coat already. Ooh. Okay, and then the second coat, I'll just do one side first so you can really see the difference. I bent mine a little like this way, and so now when I'm gonna do the outside, I'm gonna flip it so like the curved end really focuses on those outer lashes and wiggle. So wiggling at the base of your lashes are gonna make a fuller effect. Yeah. Oh, cool. Separate, guys. Why don't you do your own thing today? Okay. So look at that. That's just 2 coats. I could do more, but I'm good with that for my everyday makeup look. Okay. Next eye. Kind of doing the tips. Getting those fiber gals on. And now I'm going to go in and wiggle at the base to get a fuller effect. Oh, hi. Yeah, you look better now. All right. Last but not least, setting spray. Setting spray is like hairspray for your face. It's going to help your makeup stay all day. Typically, I'll do the setting spray before my mascara, but oh, hey, I forgot. So this works too. Just kind of do an X motion. It smells really good too. Like, I don't even think it's fragranced. No, it smells awesome. Just light. Sometimes I'll go back in and like tame my brows down, but otherwise, that's it. Like, I might put a little lip color on if I'm going somewhere, but not today. Unless anyone wants to hang out. Hey! Or watch my kid. All right, so that's one of those like everyday, I'm not wearing makeup looks. Pretty nice, huh? Got my makeup light out, so hopefully you can see it a little better. But I just love the foundation and the highlighter. You guys, I used to spend like, let's not even talk about ridiculous amounts of money at Sephora, and now I don't. I use all Limelight because it's more affordable, it's better for my skin, they use better quality ingredients in their makeup, and especially the skincare line. And when I go to do bridal makeup or editorial makeup, my clients can purchase the products that they like on their face, that I apply on their face. So that's great. I don't have to send them somewhere else. I can tell them, hey, you like this? I can get it to you. No problem. So let me know if you have any looks you want me to try in my new beauty corner. Basically, I'm just going to try to do these videos during nap time because I can't stay awake at night once my kid goes to sleep. So have yourself a great day and enjoy the fall weather. And come back here soon. We'll talk about some more makeup and skincare. Thanks for checking this out, guys. We'll see you later.